All right, guys. Hey, we're back. It is now 9:30 at August 30th. So, just a little couple hours after I met with you this morning. Been working on those bugs that are part of the pillar of what Common Creative is seeking to do, which is to connect people that are looking to freelance and businesses that are looking for freelancers. So, um, I mentioned in the previous segment that had a session last night with a Common Creative member who's been informing me of the bugs they've run into. Again, super grateful for you. You know who you are. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for taking the time to talk through those issues with me. I've Since we last spoke, I've come back and been working on the site a bit more as the family's been resting and sleeping this morning. And I had a couple thoughts on how to clear those HTTP errors. I think they were related to just some of the things that the server was doing. Let me back up. All three of those issues. So the issue again was changing a profile image, which is this guy right here. Um, there were reports of people trying to change that and getting an error. It wasn't changing it. The second was down here in the activity feed. So you can see I'm in the activity feed in my own account up here. And the report is when you post, you can give some information about this, and then you can upload some images or any other file that's related to what you produce. For this individual, they had some music files they wanted to share. They're a musician, and so um, that's what we were testing out. So they were getting an error. It was showing that they were going to post it, and going through the process to do that, hit the post, but it was erroring out there. And then the last was in the messages. So there's a capability that you can send a private message to anybody on the platform. You can find individuals that you're on here, your friends. It shows look like this, and there's a private message option. Um, or you can add a friend on there. And so when you hit the private message option, it goes and creates a private message kind of messaging platform. And what we found is that in those discussions, you could send a message and it would go out, but you couldn't reply to it. So all those three things are related, and it has to do with how the server was processing requests. It's that HTTP request, as I mentioned in the previous video. So I'm not 100% sure that I've got it fixed yet. I've been working on it this morning. I think I've got it in place. I'm going to show you that just real quick. Um, you're more than welcome yourself, if you're watching this, to try these things out. If it doesn't work for you, let me know in the comments that you're still seeing issues. That's super helpful for me to know. But we're going to do just a quick run on ourselves just to try those things out and see what we get. So I'm going to quickly just upload this picture of a dog here to my account just to do a quick. I shouldn't do this on a live environment, but I am going to. Best practices, I'd be doing this in a staging environment, but we're going to try it because I want to remove that variable of having it be in a staging environment. So I'm going to go ahead and upload this picture of a dog like I'm adding it to my portfolio. It's registering it there, which is a good sign. And then let's just gonna say test, like I'm giving it some type of description in there, and then I'm just gonna post update. Now you'll see that it did do a run on it, and it did post my account, which is great. So what I'm going to do here too, I'm going to pause the video real quick. I'm going to jump to another browser and just check to see what that looks like when make sure that's posted live. It should, and this is why it's not good to do this in a live environment. This is actually live to everybody. So there you go, everybody. I just updated my portfolio with a picture of a dog. So But you can see that at least for my account, it is uploading. So that is working how we want. So I'm going to pause it real quick. We're going to check another browser and see what we got. Be right back. All right, guys, we're back. I'm now in Safari. You can see I went to another browser, went to Safari, found my account on Common Creatives. To show you that here again, I'm going to go to find a creative, find myself in there, and you can see, in fact, this is live to the world. So anybody who is watching this right now can see that I've got a test dog picture on my account. Let's just click on that. It does open the light box, which is good. There aren't any comments made on this yet. So there you go. So that's good. That's a good sign. That means that the HTTP request from going from my computer to my server is working the way I want. Again, the bug before was that it wasn't doing that last piece. You could stage the image, but it wouldn't submit it. So I think I've got that cleared up, which is good. You can see it's now part of my timeline in my activity feed. And again, the feature behind that is that this is a way to basically manage your portfolio. So if this was some design or update that I did, then I could quickly post that to my activity feed. I wouldn't have to worry about managing a whole portfolio website, and everybody who's following me on the platform can see my progress and updates. So that is a good sign. What I need to still weed this out is I've got admin rights to the site, and so one variable in there that I'm still needing to just validate or check is that people who are just normal access rights to the site can do the same. So another way to say that is I'm not 100% sure yet that it's working because I have super admin rights on the site, or if we got the bug cleared up. I'm hoping it's the latter. So if you're watching this and you got an account or don't have an account, create an account and go test it out. Add some things to your portfolio, your activity feed, and if it's not working, or even if it is working, put some comments down below. Let me know it's working for you. That would be super helpful. I'd really appreciate that. Let's just full circle. We're going to go ahead and delete it too. So we're going to delete it just so people don't think that's part of my post as well as my portfolio. So you can see it did remove it. This is the login version over here on the left in Chrome. In Safari, let's go ahead and do just a refresh, and it should, yep, there it goes. It's gone. So change their profile picture. So that's back to where it was in my running history. So that's a good sign. That's a really good sign. So for me, it's working. It means we've cleared up that bug, at least from what I can see. Again, if you're watching this and you're a Common Creative member, test it out. Put your most recent work that you've been working on in your portfolio, put it in your activity feed. Again, you can go there by going to activity, go to, oh, I gotta be in the logged in version. Go to your activity feed, click on that, and then just like any social media platform, give your posts some detail, and then to add your file, click on that little button there, find your file that you want, and it should go. I think what I might try here in a minute is an audio file, like an MP3 file, MP4 file, and see if that's working. It should be working. So, but try it out yourself. If it's working or if it's not working, again, post in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what your experience is so that we can debug this and make sure it's working solid for everybody else. Okay, the other bug, because these are all related and because it had to do with how things were being processed between the client or your laptop to the server, I think we got those things cleared out. So another thing we're going to try is, as I mentioned before, the messaging had some issues. So here I am in the messaging. I'm going to go ahead and send a message to Michael. Michael is another account that we have on here. So I'm just do a test message. Just give it a quick subject title and then message and try this out. And so this is going to do a quick message here. I'm going to hit send. I got a little confirmation message saying that it was successfully sent. So the front end of the UI or the website is communicating that it was sent. You can see the message was posted that it was sent, and there is now a conversation between Michael and myself, which is great. That's what we want. Now I'm going to come over to my my email client here on the left. So I'm in Apple Mail, and you can see, in fact, that I do have a new message that came in. So good message that came in. We'll load outside there. You can see the logo came in. It was from Michael. Try this out. Awesome. Now I'm going to go to the discussion. I'm going to pause it real quick because I need to log out of this account. This is my personal account. The other account is an admin account. So I'm going to log out of this one real quick to do a full end-to-end test on that so we can see what it looks like on Michael's end. So bear with me here. I'm going to log out and give me a second. All right, guys, we're back. Okay, so I'm now logged in as Michael as an admin account. I'm going to go back to my email here. I'm going to go to the discussion. It should launch me back into the site. It did. It brought me down to my conversation with myself. There I am. Now this is where the bug was, is the reply button wasn't working. So I think we got that cleared up. So let's try that again, and let's do a reply is working. Typing in my message there, and I'm going to hit send reply. Now, one thing I feel like I do need to improve in this is there's some latencies in there. It does take a second to do it, but you can see now that there is a message. Now, that's where the bug was at. It was getting hung up in that, and so this is a good sign. This means that as a logged in user as Michael, I was able to reply back again to myself in this instance, but that is a good sign. So the next thing we want to check is to see if in fact it came in on my other email account. If I come on over to here, you can see that I hit and there we go. We got that coming in from myself. Or Trevor in this example. That is getting confusing. But you can see that it is reply is working, and then I can go back to the discussion as Trevor. So that is a good end-to-end test. That means we got that bug cleared up. It had to do with the HTTP request. And that means it cleared up both of those issues, I believe. Again, it's working for me. The one thing I'm trying to weed out here is both those accounts are like a super admin account for the site, which means I have additional access to things that the normal community may not have access to as an admin. So if you would, and you're willing, and you have an account, go on and try these things out. Send a message to a fellow Common Creative individual, and or post something in your activity feed, a recent portfolio item, if you will. Let the world know what creative genius you're stewing up, and test these features out. I believe we got those cleared up, which is a good sign. Let me know in the comments. If it didn't work for you, still let me know in the comments, or go down to this little icon down here on the right side, send a message if you're having problems with this page or want a feature request a feature. Fill in your name, email, your message. Let me know what that is. That will come directly to me so that we can make it better. So good signs there. Those are really good signs. And if you're willing to debug this with me a bit, appreciate it. Even if you don't have an account, let's start there. Go on over to create an account. I'll show you what that looks like real quick. When you hit the site itself, if you come up to sign up here, click on that link up there. It's going to ask you just some few basic questions. You tell us who you are, what type of work you do, what type of freelance work you do. Here's a pro tip as well. So in the tell us about yourself, if you add additional skill sets that's not, if you just add additional skill sets in this area in your description, that helps the algorithm find you as well in the find a creative. So for example, if you're a graphic designer and you also know HTML, that's good to know. So list yourself as a graphic designer and then list in there like, I know HTML, I know CSS, I know JavaScript, I'm a front-end developer. All of those are also keywords that will trigger you as a individual when people are searching for members. So, for example, let's just try that out. If I do HTML as the search query in there, you can see that it brings back a couple of different things. So you got software developer, UI UX designer, web developer, UI UX designer, and the reason why they're showing up in here is because the algorithm is picking up that term. So if you were to go into one of these individuals, you will see that in their description they have listed that as a competency, or they're knowing that. Now, full transparency, that's not, it's awesome that the algorithm's picking that up. It's not awesome that you have to know that pro tip. So in the future, it's something I've added to our backlog is being able to go in there and in your account, being able to say, I'm listed as a creative director or front-end developer, but then also be able to add additional skill sets that you want to be found for. So that's a feature that doesn't exist today, but it's on the backlog. It's on the list of big ideas and big things to do. So that's kind of a pro tip if you are wanting to be found more for than just your title. Add that to your description, and that will be helpful for you to be found when you're being searched for that competency. All right, guys. I think that's it for this post today. Again, try out these features. Let me know if they're working for you. It really is helpful to know if they are or if they're not. And if you don't have an account and you're watching this, go sign up. Help us hit that goal of getting 1,000 members on the platform. Start growing the community and try these things out. And if all else, like, comment, and subscribe, and/or go pick yourself up some merch. Get the gear that gets you gigs. So, all right, guys, that's it for me today, and thanks for watching. All right, guys, we're back. It is just a few minutes after my last video. It's still August 30th at 10 a.m. Hey, I just wanted to give you one more update on my end. So as I mentioned in the last segment, we believe that we got the HTTP errors fixed and the site is receiving uploads for both images and portfolio items. Good sign there. Again, on my end, it's looking well. If you get a chance and you have an account, or if you don't have an account, go ahead and try it out. But I wanted to try real quick, just going back to the individual who helped me identify these bugs. He's a musician, and I just wanted to try out a workflow or an experience that he would be having, which is trying to upload. The last segment we tried some images. This time I wanted to try some MP3 files just to see how the site behaved. So you can see here on the left is my Chrome signed in version under my account. And again, normally you wouldn't test this on a live environment, but live environment being like the actual website, a lot of times you'd want to test this stuff in a staging environment. That's like a copy of your site that's not publicly facing. Where this has to do with some bugs that are public facing or public experiencing things. Daddy. Normally you wouldn't do that on like a staging environment, like a test like this, just because I want to, well, long story short, I want to make sure I'm cleaning up these bugs for people who are actually experiencing them live. So it's not advisable to do testing on live sites like this, but we went for it. So anyway, so on this side, I'm logged in under my account. I wanted to try an MP3 file. I've just uploaded it. You can see it there on my account. Over here on the left is the Safari version. So Safari, I'm signed in. I'm sorry, not signed in. This is what the public view would be on my account. And then you can see here that the audio file is there. If I click play, I've got some headset or headphones here, so don't know if you can hear any of that, but it is playing the file, which is great news. And that's what we want, right? We want to have the audio file. So for my friend out there and my friends out there who are common creatives that are doing audio production, good news is the site is now supporting that. And that's a good sign. So if you're an audio friend or my friend who helped me identify these, go ahead and give it a try again, and see if we can get your audio creations out there as part of being a creative out in the world. So all good signs, well, great signs, good things. So I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. Oh, one note for those who may not be technically inclined of why I have two different browsers, why I'm doing this. So over on the left is the signed in version. You can see I'm signed in over here as my own account to do these types of account updates. And then on the right is the Safari version. I'm not signed in, as you can see. The reason why that is this has to do with cookies. So the way the site is managed right now with the sign in versus when you're an account. When you sign into an account, it creates a cookie, and the cookie, again, for those who aren't technically inclined, that sounds like something delicious you would eat. It's not. I don't know why they called it that. But anyways, it's how the browser knows that you're signed in, and that's how the site communicates with that information and then gives you an experience behind an authenticated experience, authenticated account versus when it's not. So this is standard practice. Facebook, any account that you're signing into, they're doing these types of things. So that is helpful. Why I have to do that is because I want to see the administrator side of an account and then what the public view account experience is. And so that's why we've got two different ways to test that for those who may be interested. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Again, if you're an audio creator and you're looking to get your audio out there as part of the Common Creatives community, start uploading, share them with the world. Let us know what you're working on, and excited to hear your creations. All right, take care. All right, guys. Hey, it's August 30th at 11:06 p.m. Saturday. We're rounding out week 8, and I wanted to give you a little last progress report to finish out the week. So this is going to be more about the analytics and the data that we've got from the progress of this week. So wanted to show you that to finish out our week. So first thing is the analytics report. This is for the Common Creatives platform. You can see the date range that we're looking at over here is August 2nd through August 29th, so about a month, and had a pretty good month. You can see overall we had 143 active users, new users 139, average engagement on the site was 1 minute 24 seconds. The peak was the announcement we did on Tuesday, August 12th, to kind of kick things off, and then it kind of tapered down, and then it's been kind of back up again. So direct hit, that's the you referring URLs or how people are coming to the site.
I'm not going to go all of this data, but you can see it's kind of a pickup in here, and the increase in traffic is coming from the effort that we're doing around these videos and just getting the word out there. So that's good news there. The pages, most people are coming to the main website and then they're checking out members, and then it kind of drills down from there. So that's the main analytics for the platform site. Let's take a look at week 8's analytics for the shop. So you can see here at the top, this is analytics for the shop. Same date range. We've got August 2nd through the 29th. And we're looking at 50 active users with 47 new, average is 34 seconds. A couple peaks in there, which is good. And then again, tapered off and then came back up again. So still not a ton of traffic on the site, but it's a start, which is good. Direct traffic, that's how it's coming in. Organic search, social, those are some also referring URLs on how their people are coming to the site. You can see we've got an uptick as well. So this blue line is what we're looking at right here, the increase in traffic. Again, most of that's probably for me just mentioning this in social media platforms and this YouTube series. So let's see, page title by screen class. Yeah, I think that's it for now. So we'll probably go from that. So let's shift over to the actual site. We are sitting at 408 members. So we got 408 people on the site now. It's great. I've gone over here. I'm going to shift over to my left. This is where we're tracking this in the numbers on our dashboard for some Excel documents. We're now looking at 408 for the week this week. So increasing a little bit, not a ton, but we've added a few members. If you're one of those people, welcome. Glad you're here. On the sales for the job board, sporting a zero for this week. It's goose egg again. And for the e-commerce sales, we are looking at a 0 as well. So posting a 0 on 2 of those fronts, not awesome, but that's okay because we're just getting this party started. We're just starting. So let's look at our analytics for the YouTube series. So again, we've got YouTube series in there. We now have 12 subscribers with 23 videos. So if you just subscribed, welcome. Thanks for doing that. Hopefully this is bringing you value. Let's see here. The most popular, let's take a lap for those who are interested. Most popular still remains the intro video at 61 views. It's been 3 weeks ago. Then it goes to week 1, episode 1 with 24 views and then tapers off from there. Our oldest post is looking there. Looks like the latest was week 7, episode 1 with 10 views. So it's a start. We're getting there. Let's look at the channel analytics if you want to see it from there. So we've got total 165 views for the last 28 days, which is great. But percentage wise, we're up 99.9% more. So off to a great start. That's a great start. So 165 views. We've got 8.9 watch hours in 28 days and 11 subscribers. So that's great. I'm happy with that. If you just subscribe to the channel, welcome. Hopefully this continues to get value for you. So that's our analytics for week 8, rounding out week 8. Let's quickly look at what's coming up next week for week 9. So week 9, this is our Kanban board. I'm actually gonna do this one first. So this board right here is the product advancement. So the website, either the e-commerce site or the platform site. In our done column, we've got those 2 big tickets. I guess there was 3, and we talked about that in a previous video. We've got changing profile photo upload bug, the HTTP error. I did another test myself. it's looking good. I had some other people test it as well. They also reported that it's doing well and that they can change that now. So I think we've cleared out that bug. Can't reply to the message bug. We talked about that in an earlier video or earlier today. And I think that one's all cleared up too. So I've been doing some more testing and that one seems to be cleared up. The last one was a bug not being able to upload files. So did some more testing there and again, recorded that earlier and got that looking good as well. So what we have coming up, I'm gonna pause the video and then I'm gonna stack my next sprint and we'll talk about that in just a second. All right guys, we're back. I've gone and stacked my sprint. So I'm gonna show you what that looks like. So this is what I'm setting up to do for week 9. So we've had this end-to-end testing that I've been talking about. We've already done a lot of those. It's everything I've been talking up to this point. The last is have family member make an order on the site. And so we're gonna do a test order on that. I'll probably do that tomorrow afternoon with the family. And then I'm also gonna return an item to the store, just test that end-to-end experience if you had to do a return to the store. So those are both things coming up. Security check, I know I talked about this in a previous video, but with the fixing these two bugs, it has to do with how files are transferred back and forth. And so I'm gonna be, that has to do with transferring files back and forth. And there's some security, just wanna check. I think it's all in place, but because we had to touch some of that code that transfers files back and forth, I just want to do an extra security check in some of that coding area. So I'm not going to get too deep into what I'm going to be doing there, but that's on my list to do on week 9. Next one is being able to fully submit a job board posting. Again, this was an end-to-end test that we did in the past. Everything was looking good there. I want to test it one more time just to make sure, again, with all that was going on with this area and the code I had to touch for that, I want to make sure that that is still working well. And then the last is research what is needed for the job, for the billboard. That's one of our main goals for 2026, as I mentioned. So I'm going to get some more details. We're going to do cost amount, scheduling, contact info. We're going to start diving into that. So we've got a very clear goal and numbers to reach for raising funds and what we really got to do and what we're committing to for the week of July 4th in 2026 with that billboard. Last thing is I'm going to shift over to one more board here, and in progress we're going to be doing the e-commerce store merch. So there's going to be I'm going to do an email campaign, and this is probably the first thing I'll work on week 9 is getting an email campaign put together to send out to the community. It's going to be focused on focusing on some of the merch that we have in the store, and hopefully can drive some traffic and sales to the store. So planning on running that through our email campaigns and probably doing a social media push as well. So I'll bring you along in the journey for week 9 and what that looks like. All right, guys, it's 11:17 Saturday night, August 30th. I'm gonna be done for the night. I'm gonna sign off and we'll pick this back up. Good news next week. So next week is Monday is a holiday. So I might be able to spend a bit of time working on some of these goals for week 9, and I'll bring you along on the journey. All right, peace, guys.